to the extreme now. Put your pinkies up now, up now, up.
A high-achieving college student who's been dating a guy for a year says that she's very unsure about using birth control and that they're going to have to use alternative methods. He agrees. Yet, a week after they've had intimate relations, she feels a little funny. She finds out that he did not comply with the alternative birth control method, and she finds herself pregnant. A school teacher who enjoys what she does, loves what she does, has a boyfriend. She tells him she doesn't want to have babies until she's married. He pokes holes in the condom, and she finds herself pregnant. When she tells her boyfriend, he's not surprised at all and admits what he did. A silly high school boy says to his girlfriend, he had the mumps, and there's no way that he can even have children. He's sterile. She believes him, and a couple months into the relationship, she realizes she's pregnant. All of these stories are true, and all of these stories have happened. One of them happened to me. Giving life is one of the most amazing gifts you can give to another person. But when that gift of life is used as a weapon to try to stall your success, to lower your value as a woman, and to keep an abusive person in your life longer than you want it to, becomes a very different thing. And that thing is called sexual coercion or reproductive coercion. And it happens more in the Black community than we are all comfortable enough to discuss. But we're going to talk about it today. So what is reproductive coercion? Reproductive coercion is a form of intimate partner violence. It is a form of the R word. It is when one partner is trying to force another into being in a submissive or subordinate situation by using a child, using pregnancy in order to control that person. Why is this so significant in the Black community? Because we have an out of wedlock rate that eclipses all others. And we also have a dynamic in our community in which the women are told that they have to hold it down, that they have to be strong, that there is no place for them to go where they can be taken care of and there'll be a soft place for them to fall. Education and the corporate world and small business becomes their husband. It's what they depend on. And instead of having a husband to provide, protect, and produce, they know that they have to do it themselves. And also in our community, the men who father children have very little consequences for leaving their children. In fact, many of those men will go on to shame single mothers and make careers in shaming single mothers while simultaneously producing them and shaming them for making the mistake that they themselves put them in. Reproductive coercion happens more than we'd like to talk about, but we're going to talk about it today. So what does that look like and what does it mean? Here's the rundown. Replacing a partner's birth control pills with sugar pills or poking holes in the condom sounds like a plot line from a TV drama. But these scenarios don't just play out on the screen. It's reality for some patients and is known as reproductive coercion. This type of abuse occurs when a person exerts power and control over another person's reproductive health and decisions. The term may be unfamiliar, but the situation is much more common than people realize. An August 2019 study found that out of 550 sexually active high school females, 1 in 8 had experienced reproductive coercion in the past 3 months. If you or a loved one suspect you've been coerced, your OBGYN can help identify the signs and connect you with resources. I'll make sure that you'll be able to do that at the end of this video. So what might reproductive coercion look like? it might look like this. Your partner might do this by refusing to wear a condom or other form of contraception, lying about using a method of birth control, such as getting a vasectomy, sabotaging birth control methods, such as tampering with birth control pills or poking a hole in the condom, hiding or destroying contraception, withholding money to purchase birth control, failing to use an agreed upon pull-out method. And this, ladies, is what happened to me with my first child. Physically removing contraception, such as a vaginal ring, purposely trying to give a partner a sexually transmitted infection, pressuring, guilting, or shaming a partner about their decision whether to have children, forcing a woman to get an abortion or preventing her from getting one. Reproductive coercion can, at times, even be a form of physical abuse. Ladies, this is real and this is happening. Simultaneously, you have men in our community who go on social media and complain all day about single motherhood and how irresponsible the women are in our community about having children. And that's not to say that those things don't happen. But when you have a community where down is up and up is down, where the men are feminine and the women are more masculine, trying to make a way for themselves, trying to provide for themselves, you have men who use that as an opportunity to have a free meal ticket for the next 20 years. They also have the opportunity to take you down a peg because maybe you think too good of yourself. Maybe you're going up too far. Maybe you're reaching too high. Maybe you're too smart. Maybe your grades are too good. Maybe you're just doing too much and you need to know your place. There's a variety of reasons why men do this. They may do it because simply they want to. They want to have a harem of women. Look at Future. Look at Nick Cannon. Having babies all over the place. Babies that they can't sing lullabies to. They can't read bedtime stories to. They can't help with their homework every single night. They're leaving these women to have to fend for themselves. And let's not talk about the study that was done by a sociologist that was almost lynched for doing so, where she said that 90% of non-Black women who have children by Black men and not married to them end up on some sort of social services, some sort of county assistance, because they too are being left. Ladies, this is an embarrassing problem for the community, and of course, it makes the men look bad, but it nonetheless is the truth. How many of you, looking back, might have thought, wow, you might have blamed yourself and said, why did I get myself in this situation? Maybe it was you, and you know what? It takes two. There's always going to be responsibility on both sides. But I bet you never thought that that person who did that and participated in the practice of having a baby did some things deliberately so that you would be stuck holding the bag. There have been too many women who have reached out to me privately, who have had these things happen to them, only to be shamed by the very men who caught them up and did this to them. I know that there are going to be men who will come into this video and comment and say it's 100% on the women, that the women have control of their bodies. But you know what? The men also have control of their bodies. The men have control over whether their sperm enters into the vaginal canal and fertilizes that egg. Where is your control? Where is your self-control? Where is your thinking of the future? Why is it so important to the men of our community to blame absolutely everything that goes wrong in this community on the women? Yet you claim to want to be leaders. Leaders don't ask for permission. They take it. And if you can't dominate the community through benevolent patriarchy, then the problem is on you and not on the women. You are not worthy or equipped to to lead when you can't control or protect the very basic thing of protecting the women from yourself? Ladies, if you've ever been a victim of reproductive coercion, please share your story. This is a safe place. At the end of this video, I'm going to do a scroll of resources if you find yourself in this situation and alternatives for you. Ladies, the more we talk about it, the more we can overcome the stigma and we can release ourselves from the 100% blame of the situation that it goes on in our community that no one else wants to talk about it. I'm Crystalline Karazin, and I'm the creator of the Pink Pill, and I'm also a victim of reproductive coercion. And I am no longer ashamed to say so. Thank you for watching. Please share this very important message. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves.